Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How's it going,
Before we start, can we
everyone?
do our vocal warm-ups?
Yes. Okay, ready?
A minute, ready?
Ah,
Wow, that was beautiful.
that was
We can
beautiful.
start now.
I hope that you all did your vocal warm-ups along with
Oh
us.
yeah. What's that note?
What was it again?
Ah.
C.
Nice. Perfect
Wow.
C, baby.
See, that took me no time at all because I studied theory.
That's true. That's true. You're a master.
I would say that,
I would say that.
except
Oh,
I was a horrible student in school.
okay. Well, you still have some results to show for it.
That's right. Yeah, I still figured out where C was.
That's true. Anyway.
Welcome back to the MaeMaeTown podcast, everybody. Episode 6, aka the vacation
Ooh,
episode.
what kind of tree is that?
What kind of
You
tree is
say?
that for YouTube
There's like
watchers?
four genres of palm trees I've noticed.
Yeah, so we are in Florida, and in Florida, there are a million different types of palm trees. And I didn't even realize that. I've been going to Florida my whole life. This is his first time. He's from Canada,
So I'm like
so.
extra observing them.
Yeah, he has been, it's been so cute. He has just been taking in every single little detail
Well, let's
about
just say it's
Canada, about Florida, about Florida.
well so far it's you know what it is. It's every I've lived in Southern Ontario my whole life, and I didn't travel until 2021 when I went to BC. We flew to BC and we drove all the way back to Ontario. So that was the most of like the world I saw, and it was still just in Canada. Now every province has its own distinct flavor, but it still was Canada, so it wasn't necessarily a culture shock. Besides, like, oh, there's mountains now,
Yeah,
and the mountains were gorgeous. I love BC; it's the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life.
I want to
Um,
go.
but it still felt like home because it was Canada.
Yeah,
Then we went to Atlanta. That was my second place I ever went to. Well, we drove to Atlanta, so we drove through a bunch of places.
yeah,
There was a gradual like transition from Canada to America, from Toronto to Atlanta, and it all felt the exact same.
yeah. When you go from Toronto through New York down to Pennsylvania, the whole Kentucky, all that,
Yeah,
it's like a really easy transition into America.
yeah,
But a lot of it is like there's just not a lot going on.
yeah,
And then you get to Atlanta and it's like I think Atlanta on that drive specifically, well, there's like, in Ohio there's like Columbus and then Cincinnati and Lexington in
other
Kentucky and stuff
cities.
like
It
that.
feels like driving through the GTA though.
Yeah.
The Greater Toronto Area, for those who don't know,
Yes.
is composed of like six different cities that are all kind of clumped around Toronto.
Yeah.
And they all feel different but connected.
Yeah.
It's like just different little genres around Toronto, and that's what it felt like driving to Atlanta.
Yeah.
This is the first place I've been where it felt like a different world.
Oh yeah, Florida is definitely a different world.
Yeah, I've never this was like the first like I guess you could say culture shock moment.
Yeah.
Not necessarily shock in the negative sense, but just like, whoa, this I'm finally somewhere else.
Cuz you've been
Atlanta feels very familiar to me.
right. Well, cuz you've been to the South, but you haven't been to Florida,
Yeah.
which is like the South. It's like its own. We have different subgenres of the South, right? Georgia, well, I will say Atlanta is like definitely Southern, but not like Alabama Southern. It's not like Mississippi Southern. It's not like Florida Southern. Florida is like there are definitely some like negative aspects of Florida, but there's beaches and palm trees and there's still like a lot of culture in certain cities.
Yeah.
Just like Atlanta, where like we have a lot of culture, but there's also a lot of like negative southern aspects, you
But
know?
like I feel like that also felt familiar. Not to get like too kind of I guess negative politically,
That's okay.
but
That's allowed.
we see a lot of that in Toronto and even where I'm from, Mississauga.
Yeah.
Free docks for everyone.
Free dogs. You
It's
do it
right.
all the time.
It's right beside Toronto. It's like you know how. Anyway, it's the
Yeah.
big city like 10 minutes away from Toronto. So I just say I live in Toronto, but like if you go around like the bigger areas like the Square One Mall, you'll often see like protesters for like anti-vax,
Oh
or like
yeah.
even potentially homophobic signs as well,
Yeah.
especially during Pride Month, right? You'll see a lot of unfortunately stuff like that. So it's just like, yeah, there is that negative image of the South, but I do see that unfortunately in bigger cities everywhere.
Yeah.
I think that just big cities bring out an unfortunate vocalization of certain
Yeah.
things.
Well, it's North America for
It's North
sure.
America as well, and thankfully, like there's a like I love my city so much. Like I love going to downtown Toronto, despite all that stuff, despite like the TTC, like the Toronto Transit,
Yeah.
like taking the subway and bus is always a gamble if you're gonna live.
Yep. It's the
It's
same way in Atlanta too.
the same way
Like,
in Atlanta. And that's why it felt like familiar. It's like, oh, Atlanta's dangerous. Like, yeah, so it's
yeah.
Toronto, and I just kind of walk around.
Yeah.
Um, I would like to say, though, happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy
We
Pride
are
Month.
coming up at the end, but remember to celebrate all year.
I did start the starting soon screen. If which let me give a quick shout out to our Twitch viewers right now.
Yep.
If you are listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube, when this episode comes out, you can actually be a part of the live chat on Twitch, which I try to do every Sunday, and I've been consistent with. I've done
Yeah.
every Sunday, usually in the afternoon. This episode we're doing a bit earlier because we're actually driving to Orlando right after this because we're going to Disney World tomorrow.
Let's
Yay!
go. I don't know what I'm excited about yet.
He's never been. I've been
She keeps trying to
before.
show me pictures. I'm like, don't spoil it.
I know. It's like I'm so excited for him to experience it. But yeah, so if you want to be a part of the live chat, we do reference chat during the episodes, or if it's just me, of course. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes I'll have Neo, and then I do have guests planned for the future that I'm gonna have on. So if you want to be a part of the conversation, you can watch live on Twitch on Sundays. So yeah, I hope everyone has been having a good week since the last episode. If
Do I
you
look too stiff? Should I be sitting more
Nah,
casual?
you look. I mean, you look super casual. I don't think you could look any more casual than you do right now.
Hey. Hey, chat.
I mean, we're on vacation, so this is the vacation episode. So you gotta look casual. I hope I look casual. I feel like I look like I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
This
Yeah,
is the pose for the stream.
this is
Sorry
the
for the
stream, the
podcast.
pod pose. Yeah,
Is it natural?
is it natural? Yeah. We did stream some Super Mario Sunshine last night on Twitch, from this exact location.
We did, yeah.
So thank you everybody that came out for that.
That was fun.
That
I've
was
really
fun.
grown. I've developed a taste for couch streaming.
Yes, I did say this in the stream last night, but I'm working on getting a more of a couch setup for my room. So I want to do the podcast regularly on like a couch or a chair, so it feels more like a set.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with what I have right now, but man, streaming on a couch, there's something about it.
There's something about it.
But yeah, we are having a great a great trip so far.
Yeah.
I've been saving some juicy stories that
A
have been
lot has happened.
a
Like
lot has
lot has
happened.
happened.
Unfortunately,
I don't even know
not
if we have enough time in the podcast to cover
oh,
all the stuff that happened.
unfortunately not all of it good. But it will be okay.
So
Yeah.
prior to the trip, we had a couple things happen. First one was about a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had to actually reschedule this trip because of an unforeseen scheduling conflict with where we're staying. This is an Airbnb that my parents own, but they're trying to rent out. It's a new thing, and they were so gracious to allow us to stay here for
Which
the
is
week.
awesome of them
So
to do.
great, yeah. But they are also trying to rent it out whenever they can get
I'm gonna
bookings.
have to put together a little gift basket.
Yes, we'll put together a little
Oh,
gift
that'd be cute.
basket.
That'd be actually really nice. I should have brought some snack. Can we give those to them?
The Reese's Puffs.
No, the ketchup chips.
Oh, I mean,
No, 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 no. Those are for you. Those are for
those
you.
are for me.
Those are for you. I'll
Which,
get them.
by the
I'll get
way,
them their own ketchup chips.
why doesn't America have ketchup chips?
I
Like,
feel like there's enough demand for it.
I
It'll
feel
be
like they would do well here.
like
No?
they didn't even try because every brand, even the knockoff ones, have ketchup flavor.
Yeah. I don't understand. I feel like ketchup feels very American,
It does, right?
right?
Burgers and fries,
Yeah. I
Burgerland.
feel like they would do really well.
And you know
Anyways,
what? Even Dollar Tree brand, they
uh-huh.
have their kettle cooked. They have a ketchup version. I wonder if the Dollar Trees here have ketchup.
Probably not. I don't know what
That's so
what we
weird.
have against ketchup flavored things, but I have never seen one
That's
here.
so bizarre.
Maybe they're in like international grocery stores, but even then I don't think I've seen them.
No.
But anyways, so where did I come from? So yeah, we initially were supposed to come down here the end of May, and somebody ended up booking, and so we basically had to cancel that week and come down this week. And so that was stressful because we hadn't seen each other for what, a month?
It's been a month, yeah.
It had been a month at the
We
time.
try to see each other at least once a month,
Yeah.
month and a half at most.
Yeah.
Um,
So we were supposed to see each other in 2 weeks when we found out that we had to cancel that week.
yeah.
And then it turned into a month that we had to wait. So we ended
'Cause
up waiting 2 months to
two
see each
months,
other.
yeah, which we had to do the previous time as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was very, emotionally, it was very difficult for
It's
us.
hard, yeah, it's hard. And, FaceTime comes through.
Yeah. Discord and Twitch and everything. But
Yeah,
like,
we've been
yeah.
watching our shows, and we've been watching Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, shout out Steven Yen, as always.
As always,
He's
shout
going to
out
watch this one day.
Andrew Lincoln.
He's going to watch this one day and he's going to say, damn. I got to get on the MaeMaeTown podcast.
I gotta get on there.
I am manifesting right now. You guys are witnessing this. I will get Steven Yen on this podcast.
At the very least, we can get Chandler Riggs.
We can get Chandler Riggs.
We can get Chandler Riggs. We
can
can't
get
get
Chandler
Norman
Riggs.
Reedus. He's too big.
Never say
We can get
never.
Norman dang
We can
Reedus.
get Norman Reedus, but we will definitely get Steven Yen.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I'm so rude. I don't remember Michonne's name. But we got to get Michonne.
I think we can get her.
I'd be too nervous.
I know. I would be so intimidated.
Yeah, she's like the best character.
I was looking for her arm workout routine, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, she got good defined
She's
arms.
it's the shoulder. She's got those round shoulders that I want so badly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Steven Yen, that's definitely happening.
Yeah.
Mark my words. Steven Yen, Steven Yen.
I'm praying to Elmo.
I'm giving all the glory so that Steven Yen can come on the podcast. Yeah, so we've been watching The Walking Dead, and it's been a good way to power through the sadness.
Yeah, because I don't know, we still have fun doing that. It's a nice way
Oh
to
yeah,
connect. Like,
great time.
thankfully, we are in a long distance relationship during the time of technology.
Oh yeah,
It really helps.
for sure.
So
So yeah, we unfortunately we had to extend our stay from not seeing each other.
that was the first thing.
Yeah.
And it feels like, okay, because this is my perspective. I don't even know if I shared this. Because I haven't traveled anywhere, because I've been in this kind of bubble, it really felt like a Truman Show situation to me, where I've always lived in the spot and I never had the means or opportunity to leave it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just never had that. It really felt like, am I gonna go to this place?
Yeah.
Or is something gonna happen? So things kept happening that would almost prevent the trip from happening. And I'm just like,
yeah.
I friggin' knew it. I knew this place wasn't real. You know what I mean? Like, it really
Yeah.
felt. I know that sounds a little goofy, but like, it kind of felt like that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it's just so beautiful here. And the first day that he got here, the sunset was like the most beautiful sunset I've seen. One of the most beautiful sunsets I've seen in my whole life.
Yeah, it was incredible. It looked like art.
It was unbelievable. It was like
We can put the picture up.
Yeah, I'm gonna insert the pictures and video from the sunset. So if you are watching on Twitch right now and you want to see it, you can also just go to my Instagram, MaeMaeTown, or Neodoodlez with Z, and you can. It's not on our stories anymore.
I could
It's not.
post it again.
Yeah, but it will definitely be in the YouTube video. So if you guys want to go back and see it, then you can. But,
And I'll probably do like a whole TikTok video of our vacation.
Oh
to be
yeah,
honest.
for sure. Yeah, we've got TikToks coming, especially Disney content. We've got that coming.
I already slightly edited the tree review.
Oh yeah, he did a palm tree review when he first got here, and it's
I got to
very
touch my
funny.
first palm tree. There's
It's
like 4
very
different kinds
funny.
outside.
Yeah, they're like in Florida, I don't know why, but there's like a million different types of palm trees here, and it's really cool because it makes it kind of feel like a jungle. It's
Yeah.
like a
I'm noticing
variety.
all the different because people are just like, oh, here's palm trees. They're the
Yeah.
tropical ones. I'm like, there's not just palm trees.
No.
There's like four different types at
There's short
least.
ones, fat ones, skinny
Well, there's
ones.
like the decrepit ones that are like
Yeah.
Tim Burton ass palm tree. There's the smooth ones. There was that
Yeah.
giant monster one that was over there. It looked like something out of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And like gray, like silver leaves. It was kind of levitating a little bit.
Yeah. It was.
I'm not
It
kidding
was
about that. It
levitating.
looked
We
like
got
it
to take
was.
a picture of that. You took a picture.
I took a picture of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll insert the picture here of the
Yeah.
levitating palm tree. So yeah, that was the having to like reschedule the trip. That sucked.
Yeah.
Of course we made it.
So that was the first thing.
Yeah, that was the first thing. And then everything else happened when I arrived, which was
Not quite.
what?
There
What am
was
I missing? God,
the
there's so much.
so we had to rebook the plane ticket. We rebooked it with WestJet.
Oh, right, right.
2 days before I leave, WestJet goes on strike, and they cancel 60 of their flights. 2 days before I leave, I'm like, are you actually serious right now?
Yeah.
Thankfully, I barely missed not getting canceled. Like, my flight remained safe, but why now?
Yeah.
Why 2 days before I'm leaving? It was on a random day. It was like a Wednesday. Why not strike on the weekend after I'm already gone? You know what I mean?
When he told
Like,
me that, I was like, you have to absolutely be kidding me.
you gotta be
Like,
kidding me.
we're gonna get you on a flight, but like that would be insane if his flight got canceled.
Like, has everybody seen? I'm gonna bring this up because this is the direct comparison. Has everybody seen the Truman Show? Because it really
Yeah.
felt like when they were like, "Yes, Truman, you can leave town whenever
Yeah.
you want," and then he would start leaving to go out of the town, and there'd be like a fire that randomly appears in front of the path, or like,
Which, by the way, if you hear a plane, which you will right now, we're very close to an airport, so that's
Yeah.
probably gonna happen at least one more time during the episode. So
Yes.
apologies, but it's kind of cool. I don't know.
yeah,
It's
but
kind of like on par with what we're talking about.
kinda, yeah. It was actually a paid actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it really felt like they're doing everything like the showrunners were really doing everything to
Yeah.
prevent me from getting here.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
But even a little bit before that, and I know that like sorry, hit the mic. I know that the order in which everything's happened kind of feels like all at once. But before we heard about the strike,
Yeah.
I got here a couple days before he got
Oh,
here.
was that the timing of it?
Yes.
Okay.
So I arrived to the house, and I come in the house, and just smell this really weird smell. It kind of smells like gas a little bit. And I was like, maybe it's just like the pipes. Like, sometimes you need to like run the water in the pipes because it's been sitting for too long, or you know what I mean? This is also like a tiny house, so the plumbing is always weird with tiny houses. And so I just kind of like opened the windows and like ran the water for a bit, and throughout the day I could still smell it, and I was like, what is that? And so I just texted my parents, and I was like, hey, just so you know, like there's a really like kind of weird smell. And then I got hungry, and so I was like, okay, I need to like make something to eat. And I saw that the previous guest had left like a bunch of frozen like ready to eat meals in the freezer. And so I was like, okay, there was like some not dino chicken nuggets, just like regular
Yeah, the
chicken
regular
nuggets.
chickens, yeah.
I had the dinos on the brain. And I was like,
I like
oh,
those
like
ones.
I'm gonna go to the grocery store, but like I need to eat something before I go. And so I was like, let me just heat up some of these chicken nuggets in the oven. And so I start preheating the oven, and I'm like putting away my clothes, and all of a sudden I start smelling like a burning plastic smell, and I'm like, what is that? And so I'm like walking around the house smelling around, and then all of a sudden the smoke alarm starts going off. I'm like, what's causing the smoke alarm to go off? Because there's no smoke.
Yeah.
So like, what is that? And so I like turn off the oven, I open all the doors and just like get it out. And then I guess like a day goes by, and a guy comes out to check everything, and he does like a full inspection. And I was like, so I've been smelling this like weird smell. He was like, oh yeah, that's a gas leak. I was like, oh, I had slept through the night, by the way. I had slept through a gas
You
leak.
almost just straight up didn't wake up. If you're sleeping through a gas leak, you're breathing that in all night.
Literally, I was like, I could have died from this. And so,
Like, thankfully, you're not like a smoker.
yeah, like
Like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It was probably such a small leak that it wasn't, you know, super lethal. Maybe this place isn't insulated as well as, a place would be if it would kill me. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like there's so many variables, but basically there was a gas leak and I spent like over 24 hours with it.
that's nuts.
So yeah, that happened. And then that night after the gas leak was solved, I tried the oven again. I tried to this is where like the worst of the worst happens, right? So I'm like, certainly the oven is fine. I can use it again. There is a chicken pot pie, like a Marie Calendar. I think that's the name of it. Marie Calendar. It's so funny now. I can laugh at it. There's a Marie Calendar's chicken pot pie in the freezer. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like going and getting like grocery food or whatever. I was like, let me just eat this tonight and snack on stuff. And so I put the pot pie in the oven. No, I preheat the oven again. Same thing happens. The smoke alarm starts going off and I'm smelling a burnt plastic smell. So there is still some kind of plastic inside the oven. I don't know. I'm never using the oven again.
No, we're only
So
here for another week for the
yeah.
oven.
And on the instructions for the Marie Callender's chicken pot pie, it says that I can microwave it. Okay? Everybody remember that. So I put it in the microwave for like 10 and a half minutes. It says like 8 to 10 minutes. Are you going to get it? Yeah. Bring it. Bring in subject A, okay? So this is, excuse my language, this is the bitch in question. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll
No
see it.
shout out to
No shout out to Marie Callender's.
Marie Calendar. It does say Marie
I
Calendar.
got big, no pun intended, big beef with you. I know it's chicken. I don't care. The microwave instructions are as follow. Microwave in open carton on high 8.5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Do not cook. No, I did. Do not cook in microwave ovens below 1100 watts as pot pie may not cook thoroughly. Okay, so when in the world of microwaves, wouldn't most of them be able to cook a freaking Marie Callender's chicken pot pie?
I guess so.
Okay, so we've got that established. So I cooked this thing for like 10 minutes, right? Over the time that it recommends. I let it stand for 5 minutes. I take it out. I start eating it. A little ways through, I start to realize, this is a bit doughier than a pot pie would be.
It's supposed to be like flaky.
It's supposed to be flaky. It was not.
This microwave's also pretty weak. I will blame it on that a little bit. I was trying to heat up some taquitos yesterday. It took me a full minute to make them a little warm. Taquitos.
Yeah, so long story short, I eat about a quarter of this. And then I'm just like, let me just eat goldfish the rest of the night. And I was fine.
Yeah.
I go to bed. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, my stomach doesn't feel too good. And so this is going to be a full transparency episode. I hope you guys are strapped in because I'm letting loose.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I go to the bathroom, right? I come back, I get in bed. After a couple of hours, I'm like, man, I still don't feel good. I throw up. Like, okay.
Interesting. I haven't done that in a while.
So I have food poisoning. I end up throwing up 3 more times that day and just not able to eat even a pack of crackers. Like, I tried to eat the same pack of crackers for like 8 hours.
I mean, shout out to
Couldn't.
Ritz for trying to come through.
Honestly, shout out to Ritz. They really ate.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't. I ate my first cracker, my first peanut butter cracker in probably, my first thing I will say, in probably like almost 24 hours.
Yeah.
I ate one cracker and kept it down. So after that, it was okay. I still struggled with some nausea. And I had a fever on top of that. So I had a fever and food poisoning at the same time. So I was like trying to schedule taking an ibuprofen and not throw it up and drink water. Like it was just, I was in a coma all day, like just trying to sleep, not be conscious. You know what I mean?
Of course. I like
So,
how in our Twitch chat right now, everyone's like, "Oh my god, he almost died. That's crazy." Now we can laugh about it.
now we can laugh about it and now we can breathe, right? Now we can relax. The worst is over,
Yeah.
right?
Thankfully, I think the rest of it isn't life threatening.
Yeah, but
Still not
so
good. It's still not good. Now, keep in mind, I'm like kind of chilling through all of this.
he's still in Canada, by the way.
I'm
He's
still
not
in
there
Canada. I haven't
yet.
even got here yet.
He was coming the next morning.
Yeah.
So the day before he's supposed to come, I'm in bed, throwing up, have a fever.
She
Here comes
wanted
the
to
plane.
work and make a little extra money.
I was gonna take that day to. Sorry, there's a plane coming. I was gonna take that whole day to work and make some money before
Yeah.
we go to Disney and stuff like that. And I couldn't. And I was really mad about that because I really needed the money.
Yeah, be like that.
So it was just like, it was just a bad day, right? So finally, the next morning comes, it's time to go pick him up. I'm finally like able to leave the house and start eating stuff again, and I'm not getting sick anymore.
Yeah.
And so I go pick him up and we go have some poke, and it's really good. I can only eat about half of it before I start to feel nauseous again, but I got some medicine, and that really got me over to where I can eat normally again.
That poke place was very good, by the
It was
way.
very good. Shout out
Pacific Counter.
Yeah, Pacific Counter in St. Petersburg. Really, really good. They do those like sushi burritos too. That's what I got, and I wish I could have enjoyed it more, but it was so delicious.
I do want to read this. Just
Yeah,
because
sorry we haven't been reading chat. There's so much to talk about.
Normally,
but
we don't read the chat as much during the podcast, but I do want to. This is a first time chatter on the Twitch side, so thank you.
Oh, Abino!
We got Abino on Twitch. All right. Oh no, that's horrible. Is there a possibility that the freezer malfunctioned between the previous guests leaving and you arriving? Even if the microwave cooked the pie fully, there's a possibility that it's spoiled. It's possible.
It's possible.
I mean, if there was
Anything's
a power
possible.
outage, I guess nobody would have known.
Yeah, I mean, the time between when he left and I arrived, it was really like less than a week, though. But that's
I feel like if that freezer goes off, those things
That's
are
enough
done.
time.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
Who
sure.
knows,
It's
right?
possible. Yeah, I guess nobody would know.
who knows. Either way, we're throwing out everything in that freezer
Oh yeah,
because
it's
I'm
gone.
not
Even
taking
though those
any
nuggets,
chances.
maybe the pot pie will keep. Maybe I'll try.
I would say I'm not going to eat pot pie for a very long time.
I just don't want to go to work.
That's true. Well, that'll take you out.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. And I have guilt if I lie about it, so maybe I'll just
Yeah,
eat a pot pie, not go to work.
exactly. So yeah, we have a very lovely day, the first day, and
Great day.
yeah, we wanted to go to the beach to watch the sunset, and we're trying to figure out what to get
First
for
time
dinner.
at the beach.
First time at the beach. It was so exciting. It
I've
was
been
so
to beach
cute.
like areas before. Like I live beside a major lake. I live beside Lake Ontario, but it's not quite the same thing. I mean, it's still a huge friggin' lake. That's lake.
Yeah.
It's a major lake, right? Great Lake, as they call it. But it's not the same as the ocean. And we do have a beach area, but it's tiny.
Yeah.
It's very small, so it's not like the same thing. I've gotten like the sand to water transition before, but not like this.
Yeah.
Not where like it's endless sand, endless ocean. You can't see friggin' anything else on the horizon, just water. It's just a void. And that's really cool. I like that.
It's a very cool human experience because you're just like, wow, I'm so small and not insignificant, but it's just like my problems are just like, I don't know, like
It's-
really small.
It's hard to remember like the problems
Yeah,
or
it's
even
so
the world
peaceful.
or time. And it's weird
Yeah.
because like as humans, talking about a human experience, the ocean like scientifically or even anything does nothing for us. We are not aquatic creatures. This does nothing
Yeah.
for us functionally. But I'm so happy. And I'm just like at peace.
Well, it only,
You know, isn't that weird?
well, yeah, it's like besides obviously like if you're a fisher, then like obviously it does that for you. But as like a non-fisher person, Fisher Price person.
Fisher
And you're
Price.
just like a person looking at the ocean. It's purely therapeutic. I mean, it's
Yeah.
purely to enjoy. And I just think that's so beautiful. And like with matched with the sunset or the sunrise, like wow, just an
Oh,
incredible
I want to do that
experience.
again so badly. Like right now.
Like right now, we will. But so we to continue the story because guys, it's a very long story, and I promise it's worth it.
Can we? I just want to read one more comment. Can I read
Yeah,
one more
go
comment?
ahead.
Brent Zone wanted to say, "How shocked were you to discover palm trees do not have maple leaves? I'm seeing all kinds of shapes.
Yeah,
Right? What's going on there?
I know.
I don't know what's happening. These ones are like fans.
Yeah, they all look different in their own way, don't they?
It looks like that one out there you could use as like one of those cartoon fans.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
for like a queen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab one of those. That one looks like it's ready to come down
you
anyway. I'm just gonna
should.
grab that and I'll just fan you.
Yeah, this the
Yeah.
storms have been kind of we haven't had many storms, but like they're pretty weak.
Yeah.
The rain's been like taking them out.
Maybe they grow just as fast.
I think
They
so.
only have to grow like 4 leaves.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like grow up.
Yeah, just simply grow up.
Sorry. All right, let's go back to the story. We were a little hungry.
Yeah, we were a little hungry,
I hadn't
obviously.
eaten since like the morning.
Yeah.
So by this point it was like almost sunset. I think I had a snack. Well, we had the
Yeah.
poke bowl.
We did, but that was at like before 12 even, I think.
Yeah, that was like right when I got there. Right after I got off the plane, we went to go eat. So it had been hours.
Yeah.
So from like noon till
Like
like
6 or 7.
I hadn't eaten.
Yeah.
And I hadn't really slept either. So I was exhausted and I was hungry. So I'm like, we should probably eat.
Yeah.
So we went to Whole Foods.
We went to Whole Foods cuz I was like, "Hey, let's find something that, we can kind of pick and choose, especially for me because my stomach wasn't fully like ready to take on a full meal. So I was like, let me just get a little something here and there."
Yeah.
And I was like, "And hey, it's affordable." It's an
It was it's affordable. It was $30 for me.
Well, to be fair, it was based on weight. It
It's
was the
based
hot
on weight,
bar.
but like okay, so I took here's what I got, which in any restaurant I wouldn't say is worth $30.
Yeah.
I got 3 chicken strips. Okay, I get it. Chicken strips are a little heavy. I got some mac and cheese on the side. I put some meatballs and marinara sauce on that, and I got a little bit of vegetables in there. It all fit in the medium box,
Yeah.
which they call the large box. But it all fit in the large box.
Yeah, it was a medium
So
box.
hey, that's cool. Yeah, $30. Hers was 10, like
Because
11 maybe.
I have been around the block with Whole Foods. I know I'm like, dink, dink.
You needed to stop me.
It's
I think
$10.
you needed to look at me and go, listen.
You were hungry.
Listen, big cat.
I didn't know it was gonna be. I didn't know that they would
30
even.
is not because I definitely wasn't 3 times the weight as yours.
I didn't know they were even gonna allow it to be $30.
You know what I did? I probably put my hand on it.
Maybe. 30 is like I've never heard of that before.
No, that was like it was like 27 something, but like also that's
Canadian,
USD.
yeah.
I'm Canadian, so that's like 35 plus
That's
of my dollars.
crazy. I'm so sorry.
So I got
I still
frigged
feel
big
so
time.
bad about that because
But
I was
that's
like,
fine.
well, it'll be quick,
So that's
easy.
that's strike one for Whole Foods.
Because like we went to one of the little like, what do you call it? It's I think it was Lido Key. It's one of the keys, right? So it's like a little peninsula thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's so many like cute little restaurants and stuff, but they're like $25 a plate. And in hindsight, here comes another plane. In hindsight, we could have gone to one of those nice restaurants. He still would have paid the same amount.
Would have been the exact same.
Except you would have had more of an experience.
And we wouldn't have had to go as far from there. We could have
We could have
walked.
parked and then walked to the beach.
Also, yeah, I don't know. We know now for next time. Frig Whole Foods.
Yeah, Frig Whole Foods.
But Whole Foods wasn't done with us.
Oh no, not in the least. So what I got was I was being very, very, very simple, obviously, because my stomach. I just got a little bit of mac and cheese and 2 chicken tenders.
That's pretty light. That's pretty easy.
Pretty light, easy.
Hey, what could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? So we go to the beach, we sit down, we start eating. The mac and cheese is delicious, it's divine. I start eating the chicken finger, and all of a sudden, I eat like a crunchy bit, and I was like, damn, that
I
was
see her make a familiar face.
like, oh no. Just like really confused, because I was like, oh, I think I got some of the crunchy stuff like stuck in my molar, and I was like trying to like get it out. And it wasn't coming out. And so I like, upon further inspection, I put my finger against my molar and I was like, no way did I just break my tooth on a chicken finger.
On a chicken tendy
On
is
a
wild.
chicken tendy. I cracked my molar on a chicken finger.
We had just sat down on this beach.
We had just sat down on the beach and I cracked my molar on a chicken finger.
Oh my goodness.
I was just like, food poisoning yesterday, cracked molar today.
What's next?
What's next? And I'm scared to ask.
No, I think that's it.
That's it, right?
That's it, right?
That has to be it.
That's it.
It has to be because we're about to drive to Orlando. It has to be.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's like, what can you really say? Like, when things like that happen and they happen in a row, it's
Yeah.
just like, what am I have no control over anything.
Yeah.
I just have to accept what happens. And if my teeth break, then like, that's my fate right now.
Yeah. People want to know what deity you pissed
People,
off.
because I've been giving play-by-plays on Instagram, and people have been just messaging me like, I can just put it over here.
Oh.
People have been messaging me, which, by the way, thank you guys so much for your sweet messages when I was sick with food poisoning. That was so, not that I don't expect people to be nice, but I just got so many messages that day, and it was very sweet, and
Yeah.
I needed to hear that because I was scared that I was gonna have to go to the hospital because I wasn't eating at all. I was barely drinking. I was like, am I
Yeah.
gonna have to go get an IV right now? Like, I can't drive myself.
You were already in recovery mode, and then also, I mean, there was a bright side to this. Like, there's no pain.
Yeah.
There's no pain on the tooth.
Oh, so yeah, back to the molar. No root exposed. It's just on the side. The worst is that my tongue. What?
Keek's message, sorry. I'm reading chat.
What did
My
Keith
bad.
say?
Keek says, my sweet message in question. Damn,
Damn,
free her.
I know. Okay, so when I had food poisoning, everyone was like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry." And then when I posted about my molar, everyone was like, "Damn, what did you do? Who did you piss off?" I think Keeg said, "What deity did y'all piss off?"
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm like, what did I do? I believe in karma. I must have done something horrible. And if I did, I'm so sorry, and I wouldn't have done it if I knew that all this was
Yeah.
going to happen. But yeah, so the good news is it's none of the root is exposed, so there's no sensitivity at all. There's no pain. The side of my tongue is just getting kind of like
A little shred.
roughed up, but
Yeah.
I have Oragel and it's good at numbing that, so I'll be okay until I can get to the dentist
Yeah.
in a week. But I was like, man, should I go to an emergency dentist? Like, no, it's gonna be so stressful and expensive. I'm just gonna wait till I'm back home.
And I had recently dealt with this as well, so I was just like, I was there to reassure, like, hey, listen, I just dealt with this. I had a cracked tooth, like a major piece of my molar fall out. I was watching the Sonic movie, the
Oh
second
my
Sonic movie.
God.
At the beginning of the movie, I bite into some popcorn, I break my tooth. I'm silent for the rest of the movie.
Just not absorbing any information, just like
Nope.
blacking out.
I didn't reveal it to all my friends that I was with at the time until like well after the movie. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, during that movie, broke my tooth right at the beginning. I didn't have the means to get that fixed until about a year later. So it's
Yeah.
like, and I was in the same position where it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
So it's like, as long as you're not feeling active pain, you can wait.
Yeah. And
It's
I
like
will
obviously
have
you
to.
do want to get this fixed, but like, thankfully not an emergency situation.
Yeah. If the root was exposed, we would be there right now.
We would have been there right away.
Yeah.
Beach trip canceled.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm trying to see the silver lining in all of this. And
Is that you broke your tooth on a chicken tender, and that's very funny.
it's hilarious considering that I had food poisoning the day before and I was still recovering. The first like, ooh, chicken fingers and mac and cheese, the first like good meal that I was gonna have, and I crack my
You
tooth.
cracked your tooth.
But the silver lining, the whole thing about the food poisoning is, the funny thing is, there's the joke in everything, guys.
There's a joke.
There's
in
a joke in
everything.
everything. For the food poisoning, the day before, I was kind of like looking in the mirror and I was like, man, I'm feeling a little insecure about my waistline. I'm feeling a little insecure about my
Which I
tummy.
feel like a lot of people go through, right?
Yeah, I'm at the beach. I'm, wearing a little less clothing, of course, and I'm just like, man,
Especially during the beach episode, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That's when everybody's feeling it because like I'm extra vulnerable now.
yeah, for sure. And I was like, man, I should have worked harder to like lose more weight. The very next morning, I'm
Yeah.
throwing
We
up.
do want to preface this by saying, all body types are beautiful. We're in
Yes,
big support of
of
everyone.
course, but
But
everyone has their insecurities,
everybody has their insecurities. That's allowed.
especially
Yeah.
when they go on a fitness journey and they're just constantly like, "Oh, am I eating too much dairy? Am I eating too much protein?" Like
I've to give this episode some replay value. I've been displaying insecurities also. I've been like covering up. I've been like fixing my hair.
yeah,
And
everybody
it's
has
like everybody's probably like, oh, you
insecurities.
look fine. I'm just like, yeah, but everybody's got their little gimmick, right?
Yeah. And Noodle says God heard your complaints and said, "Say less. Say less, my brother." Yeah. So needless to say, I got what I wanted.
Hey.
Needless to say,
And you
check
know
this
what?
waistline.
Check
I
this
did. The crazy
waistline.
thing is, guys, at the end of the next day, I was skinnier.
These jeans are felt so good.
God and the universe have a very, very good sense of humor. And then the chicken tender, that was just funny. That was just for goofs.
That was a good old prank.
That was a prank. There's nothing came from that, but it was funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was there? Oh, so then we went to the mall.
Yeah, so then was that the next day?
That was the next.
That was you know what? Hey, the trade off to that day was we had the most beautiful day
Yes.
ever. This was our first day here.
Yeah.
All that stuff's happening, but we had the most beautiful day.
We did.
The most beautiful sights I've ever seen. I got to be with MaeMaeTown on the beach during sunset, which is like out of a friggin' movie or novel.
It was crazy.
And it was unbelievable. I've never seen anything quite like this. I was blown away. It was just I was just I can't even put it
Stunning.
into words, to be honest.
Me neither. I was just like, I haven't seen a sunset this beautiful like in years.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. It was pink
The
and purple.
sky looked like a painting.
The way
You could see the brush strokes in the sky.
literally, it like on one end of the horizon, it was like oranges and reds and yellows, and then on the other side, it was like pink and purple and just like cotton candy sky, and it was so stunning.
Yeah, yeah.
So that we had a beautiful day despite the cracked tooth, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so we decided to go to the mall the next day because we're mall rats.
I love the mall.
We love going to the mall.
Consumers.
Consumers. Even though I'm terrible at spending money.
She never buys anything. She never buys anything.
Unless
I
it's,
think
like,
I've
on
seen
sale.
her buy today. Actually, I've seen her buy the second thing I've ever seen her buy. That isn't food.
What did I buy today? Oh, the hairspray.
The first thing I saw you buy was a top at Sirens. Mm-hmm. And then today you bought two things. Actually, you bought a phone mount
Yes, for my car.
and some hairspray. I don't count the hairspray and like stuff like that, or like the Oragel,
Well, yeah, that was a
like
necessity.
things that are consumable, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't consider those.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like objects.
Mm-hmm.
You don't buy stuff.
I'm really
Clothing.
yeah.
Nope. Like anything like permanent, she doesn't buy.
I have really bad buyer's remorse when it comes to like just clothing or like things. Like food, I have no problem spending money on.
Yeah.
But like just little things here like for your car or whatever, like clothes, like I have a really hard time spending money on that.
Yeah.
But we do love Bath and Body Works because they have sales all the time. And this is
Yeah.
not sponsored by Bath and Body Works, but that would be a dream come true.
Are you a Bath and Body Works boy or a Lush lady?
Bath and Body Works boy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I love the aesthetic of Lush. I love the way their products smell. But
Are you a Google girl or a Bing boy?
you already know.
You already know. Let's go Bing.
Who up using Bing right now? Who's watching this on Bing? Show your hands. Me. But yes, we love Bath and Body Works, and they slay every time. And there's always sales. So like we went to Bath and Body Works and we got a few items because they're having a huge sale right now. There's like a clearance section. It's like 75% off. So we got a body lotion, we got a body wash, we got a hand soap, and like all for like $4 a piece.
Yeah.
You know?
It was like
So
nothing. We went to the 75% off section.
yeah.
And they're always, as soon as you go in, they harass you about all the deals.
Yeah.
You want a basket? Yes, I want the basket.
We came in and she was like, "Can I help you guys find anything?" We were like, "No.
Listen,
We know where we're going."
I know where
Listen.
everything is.
Because I
But you
love
may have done this a little too hard.
Okay, so oh, just to preface, before we went to the mall, we went to Dunkin' because he has never been to Dunkin'
Never been to
before.
Dunkin'.
So I was like, we gotta go to Dunkin' and then go to the mall. Like it's an experience.
Yeah.
And so we went and we got our drinks and they were very good. And then we go to Bath and Body Works, we get our stuff, and on our way out, we stop at the front display section.
They have the new seasonal items out.
They have the new seasonal items
Oh, we
out.
gotta smell them.
We gotta pick them up and smell them
Right.
with one hand.
With one hand, of course.
With one hand that you actually don't have because you got a coffee in one hand, you got your phone in the other hand.
Yep.
But you think that you can pick up a product and your coffee in the same hand, right? Here comes the plane.
Yep.
Wrong. I went to now, here's the funniest part about this. I went for the most patriotic ass looking 4th of July body spray,
A rocket
which is
pop.
it looks like a rocket pop, which is
I think it's
so
called Rocket Pop.
yeah, which is so out of character for me.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? I gotta smell this with my coffee in the same hand. I drop my coffee on the floor. It goes everywhere.
Explodes everywhere.
It explodes everywhere. I was like, what else? Yes, and that's what I said. I was
Yeah.
like, yes, and
So,
So-
yeah, we asked the person, hey, can we clean this up? She's like, don't even worry about it.
just like,
Which, you know, we're thinking initially it's like, oh, she probably hates us. I guarantee you she forgot immediately.
yeah,
Retail workers, like, they're there for the same amount of time. Whether they got to clean it, they got to mop up a drink. It just means she didn't have to interact with
people.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't have to talk to anybody. Like, I worked retail for like 10 years. So it's like, it was the same thing. People would, like, make a mess all the time, drop their food or whatever the frig. I'd just be like, it's honestly fine. I don't care.
gives me a chance to be alone with my thoughts.
And that is what I would tell people. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm here, so it doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid the same amount either way.
Well, I was like, I felt so bad, of course, and I went up to her and I was like, I just dropped my drink in front of y'all's display. Like, can I please help you clean it up? And she was like, no, that's fine. And I was like, okay, bye.
Clear something up in chat really quick. We do have Bath and Body Works in Canada. I am a Bath and Body Works regular.
Yes.
We do have that. I love Bath and Body Works.
And we go when I'm there.
Yes, it is a regular stuff.
Yeah, we go no matter where we are. We go to we find the Bath and Body
The Bath
Works.
and Body
The Bath
Works.
and Body Works. That's how I feel after the past like 3 days.
So now your hands are sticky.
So now my hands are sticky
Great. What would you do if your hands are sticky?
in a mall.
That's right.
That's right.
You'd go to the bathroom.
You go to the bathroom.
Can you tell me where the bathroom is, mall kiosk? Oh, all the way to the other side of the dang mall? That's weird. Isn't that weird? Because there's one right behind us. There's one right behind us, right? So why is the mall kiosk telling us that it's all the way the frig over there?
That was like my 13th reason. I was like, what?
I'm like, we're out. Okay, no, because like it tells us at the other end of the mall. This is before we see the bathroom behind us. So we start going up the escalator, and as we're going up the escalator, I'm like, that's weird because there's a bathroom sign right there. So we go back down the escalator to the bathroom. We're like, what is happening here?
I was so like just delirious. I was like, what is happening to me? And so it was I kind of see why, because it's like a family restroom, so it's only one bathroom and there's like a little baby toilet in there. And I was like, oh, they just don't want everybody like going into it.
Which made sense, but it was still very funny.
But at the same time, it's like, how would the families know where it is?
Yeah,
What if
it
they're
didn't
like,
po- it
where's
didn't
the
show up.
bathroom? And they can't find it.
At
But
least
I
show
went in
us
there.
our pooping options.
Yeah. I like honestly, I was like, ugh, like something about family bathrooms. It's like oh, little kids like
Ugh.
up in here with their pants down.
Because they just poop on the floor.
Yeah,
You know, they just
and they don't clean that.
no. They go
The parents don't clean up after
look,
themselves. Look, poopy, and they throw it on the wall.
and they throw it on the wall.
So I all I did was rinse my hands and I got out of there. Of course, here was another thing. The paper towels were on the opposite side past the toilets. So I had to walk past the baby toilet and the adult toilet, which are right next to each other, to get paper towels. I was like, dude, I don't want to be in
At that
here.
point, I just wipe all
Swipe
over
it.
my friggin' clothes. Just who
Might as
cares?
well.
Yeah.
So, anyways, since then,
Boyfriends do double as towels, by the way.
that's true.
Yeah.
I should have remembered that.
Yeah.
And I think that was the extent of like the craziness. I think since then it's been pretty smooth sailing, right?
Think so. Did anything happen today?
I don't
I kind of blacked out. What did we do today?
know to well, we went to Stinky's and that was
Oh
not
my
great.
god! Then we went to Einstein's Bagels, which we call Stinky's Bagels, and they gave us. Have you guys ever had an iced bagel before? An iced avocado bacon turkey? That was the coldest thing I've ever held in my life, and also consumed.
So for reference, we love Einstein's
Freaking love
bagels.
Einstein's. That's
The
Stinky's Bagels.
the location that we go to in Atlanta is great. Like they're always super nice and the food is always
And
really
it's
good.
one of my favorite things about America because we don't have
Yeah,
Einstein's.
he loves it. And
Yeah,
so
we have Bagel House. Ew.
yeah, every time he's in the States, no matter where we are, he's just like, can we go to Stinky's? We call it
We
Stinky's.
call it Stinky's.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't ask. There's
Can
no
we
explanation.
go to Stinky's Bagels?
Can we go to Stinky's Bagels?
Well, usually when I don't know the name of something, I don't ask. I just make a new one.
Yeah, he does. He does that.
Yeah.
And so we went and we always get the turkey bacon avocado on like a French toast bagel or something crazy. We do something crazy every time.
Yeah.
It's really good, by the way, but they usually toast it, so it's like hot when you get it. And today they didn't cut it, they didn't toast it, so it was like an ice cold, untoasted bagel sandwich, not
Yeah.
not cut. So you're
Which,
you're
like,
eating it like a regular sandwich. I was like, this is
I
horrible.
don't know how they did that because it was soft enough. And usually untoasted bagels aren't soft.
Yeah,
So it's like, how did they do that? It's soft and cold.
I don't know.
But it just came out. It's not like it was sitting there for a while.
Yeah, so I guess that was not great,
No.
but it wasn't. I didn't feel like crazy. I didn't feel like it was happening to me. It just felt like bad service.
But it just is the timing of it.
The timing.
Especially since I can't get Stinkies anywhere else.
I know. We'll find a better one in Orlando.
We're going to go to Stinkies in Orlando. I'll give
Yeah.
you the update.
If you know a good Stinkies in Orlando, let us know.
But I did get to try my first Dunkin' Donut. I know I tried the coffee yesterday. I tried the donut today. I got a Boston cream donut. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Am I going to say it's better than Tim Hortons? I'm not going to say that. I think they're probably on par. But they're very different. They actually are very
Yeah.
different. I think Dunkin' loses a little bit of points because it's messier. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. That's kind of like part of the aesthetic of donuts is messy. But also the cream comes out the bottom.
Yeah.
Not intentionally.
That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. But it still tasted great though.
Yeah.
The cream's a little lighter and fluffier. I feel like Tim Hortons is a little bit more custardy.
Oh, I love a custard.
Oh, it's so good.
Love a
Have you
custard.
got the Tim Hortons Boston cream?
I don't think so, but
It's
the
so
Krispy Kreme one's really good.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time you're in Canada,
try
we're
that.
gonna get that. Yeah.
Oh, I miss my my tiramisu latte, cold brew.
They
Sorry.
still got it. I think it's honestly a permanent item. Oh. I was surprised because usually those are like timed events.
I'm
But Tim Hortons has a tiramisu line of coffees right now, and they have like an iced
Oh.
tiramisu latte.
If you have access to a Tim Hortons, go get the tiramisu cold brew. It is the best coffee I've ever tasted. Like the best, it's Tim Hortons, but it's like one of the best coffee flavor combinations that I've ever had. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a cold foam, but it's like a tiramisu. It tastes exactly like it.
It's pretty dang good. I
delicious.
still get the regular iced coffee, but I do like it though. It's good. It's
Yeah.
good. Noodle on Twitch says Y'all need a priest or something for this trip. And you know what the crazy thing is? We're still having the time of our lives.
We are like we really, I literally have a cracked tooth and I'm so happy just to be with him. And
Yeah,
we're going to Disney. It's
that's all I
happening.
need.
One way or another, we're going. So like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna put anything out into the universe,
I
but we're
am.
going.
Disney's gonna have to blow up.
Stop. He said that like yesterday and I was like, don't say
They're
that.
gonna have to kill
They're
me.
gonna have to kill me to keep me from going.
Yeah, I'll put that out in the universe right now. Do it. I feel like if we
Don't.
put it out,
What?
they won't. I'm calling their bluff right now.
You're calling their
I'm
bluff.
calling their bluff. Nothing bad's happened to me yet.
Don't knock on some wood,
I'm not
god
even
damn
gonna
it.
do it. I'm not doing it.
Oh my god. Well, do you have anything else to say before we head off to Orlando? Other than
Hopefully
please pray for us.
successfully.
Please.
They're bluffing May9K on Twitch. They won't do it.
I need everybody to put their good vibes out.
That's right. The wood
Can you
table's right
please
here.
knock?
Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Everyone, please put your good vibes out for us that we have safe travels to Orlando and that we make it to Disney and back in one piece.
Yeah.
God has already said bet enough. Yeah, I think he's had his fun.
I think he's bored.
Have you ever had a chicken finger that was going to cost you $500?
Yeah, I thought my $30 meal was expensive.
He was mad. See, this was a lesson for you, actually.
That I should be thankful
That you
for
should
my
be
$30.
thankful that your chicken finger didn't
Yeah.
crack your molar.
See, there you go. I'm learning all kinds of lessons.
If I had eaten, here's the butterfly effect. If I had eaten the other chicken finger,
You know
would
what
that
it
have
is?
happened?
You know what's interesting is I don't really learn lessons when things happen to me, but I don't want bad things to happen to you. You know what I mean? Like, things bad could happen to me, I won't learn a dang thing.
I try to see, like, I feel like I try to see the lesson in everything, because otherwise I'll just feel like unlucky.
Yeah.
Or like, just my life sucks.
No,
you
but
know?
I see. Here's the thing. All of this is a funny story later. I very much value
I'm
the funny story.
laughing.
Yeah, I love this funny story later. That's why when bad things happen to me, I'm just like, all right, well, I can't wait to tell everybody.
Like, sure. It
Yeah.
makes for a good story. It
Yeah.
really does. But, well, guys, we are going to start packing up and making our way to Orlando for Disney. And if you want to keep up with our Disney content over the next couple days, then be sure to follow us at MaeMaeTown and Neodoodlez with a Z on Instagram and TikTok. We're going to be posting a lot over the next couple days.
With a lot of funny commentary.
A lot of funny commentary, a lot of food, a lot of vlog style
Should we
content.
come up with a joke?
A joke?
Should we come up with a joke because like it's funny commentary?
Yeah.
So what did Mickey say to the copyright infringement?
I'm getting stage
Oh
fright.
no! Why did I do this?
I'll kill you with a gun.
I'll kill you with a gun.
I'll kill you with a gun.
And that's the joke. There you go. It made someone laugh.
Yeah, somebody laughed out there. They're not gonna let him in. They're not gonna let you in.
They're gonna let me in. They're gonna let me in.
We had to have a conversation about like how like crazy he can
Sorry,
be.
I'm laughing at my own joke.
No,
That was a great
that was
joke.
a great joke.
Good joke.
That was a great joke.
Oh, see, we came up with the funniest joke.
Yeah. I was like, there's a certain threshold in which you can frig around at Disney.
I can be
before
a
they
bit of a
kick you
rascal
out.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I said I'll be on my best behavior.
You have no choice. Or you will be banned from the park. My dad was almost banned from the park when he was a teenager.
Little weenie Mickey.
Little weenie Mickey.
And his little weenie rules.
No.
And his little weenie castle. all right.
What? Yeah, I'll save that story for when my dad's on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because it's better if he tells it because I'm going to get it wrong. But I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you, everybody on Twitch, for tuning in to this episode 6 of the MaeMaeTown podcast. Like I said, you guys can follow Neodoodlez at Neodoodlez on everything, Twitch included, if you want to watch his streams. He's a very good streamer.
Oh, thank you.
If you are listening
You
on...
are my favorite streamer.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're my favorite streamer.
Really?
Yeah.
What are the odds of that?
Next to Belle Delphine.
Does she stream?
No, but she should.
Right.
Not that she needs to.
Anyway.
She doesn't need to do anything forever.
If she wants to make a quick mill, I guess.
She's
Yeah.
good. Um, yeah, if you're listening on Spotify or if you found this on YouTube or not through Twitch and you don't follow me, you can follow me at MaeMaeTown on everything as well
Follow up.
to keep up. And yeah, have a great week, everybody. We will see you in the next, either the next stream or the next episode of the podcast.
Butterfly in the
Sky, I can fly so high.
That's a good
Take
vocal
a
one.
look,
Oh, it's in a book. MaeMaeTown podcast. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.